I think I'm recording. Hello, ladies. So I wanted to show you or kind of talk to you about the difference between events and groups. So when I first started Paparazzi, we would set up an event and we did our entire party through the event. It was amazing. But then all of a sudden one day, Facebook just decided, no, we've had enough. And they will just shut you down almost immediately. So I'm going to show you kind of what I do to get around this. Okay, let me open up here. Okay, so I have a party tomorrow night. Oh, my friend got engaged. How sweet. Okay, so I have a party tomorrow night, and I set her up as an event just like I would normally. And so it's tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And I do all the fun stuff throughout the week or two that I set it up. I post things in there. Then when I do I either do it the day before or the day of, is I'll start a secret group. And I apologize, I have a ton over here. But just go over to the left-hand side of your screen and hit create group. And you can choose whether this is public, closed, or secret. Always make it closed because then not everybody can see it. But if you make it secret, then nobody can find it. So closed is perfect. And what I'm going to call it is, let's see, Andrea's $5 paparazzi jewelry party. And you can get fun with these names. I'm pretty boring. I'm just going to do that. And then the first person I add is the hostess, which is Andrea here. And then I always click add to my favorites because then it's automatically going to show up on the left-hand side of my screen. So create. Take a minute here, and you can choose any fun thing you want. I always choose the gift box because, it's like shopping. Okay, so you're going to get a blank thing here, and you can upload a banner, which I have tons. See, look at all these folders. I've collected all these pictures along the way. So, like, I have a folder of banners, so I can choose all these different banners that I want to use. I think I'm going to use this one. You always want to have a fun, cute banner. If you need some, just let me know. I can send them to you. Okay, so I did my banner here. And then, just like I did in the event, I'll usually upload, how does this party work? Let's see, I've got one here. So what is a Facebook party? And it kind of tells them, just the basis of what it is. So I'm not too concerned about posting in here right now. Just what I want to do is then, let's see if I can put this over here. Okay, so I'm going to copy. I've created the secret group. So I'm going to copy this right here, and I'm going to go back to that event, and I'm going to post it. I'm going to tell these ladies, okay, say, hi, ladies. Just a heads up, the party is actually going to go, let's see, just a heads up, the party is actually going to go on, hold on, I'm all flustered here. Okay, if you plan on attending the party tomorrow night, oops, oh my gosh, it's late. This is late for me. If you plan on attending the party tomorrow night, please join the closed group below. Facebook doesn't like us doing parties in events anymore. I mean, you can just kind of say whatever you want. But if you were to do a party in the events, and we all do it pretty quickly because we want to show all our inventory, and we just we want to get everything we can in there. What you'll see is, if this ever happens to you, just so you know, if you start posting quickly, and you'll see Facebook will have these images pop up, and they'll say pick there'll be like 9 pictures. They'll say, pick the lion, and you have to pick the lion, or you have to pick the flower. If you get something like that, I would just completely stop. Just stop what you're doing. And as far as I know, that only happens in events. So if that does happen in your event, then I would move it over to the group. But this is what I do. I create the event so they know the date and they know the time. So, and almost always, like, people are really good about, okay, I'm going to this event, and they'll move themselves into the group. But the problem is that you don't want your hostess to just add those people into the group, because if those people are adding it into the group and they don't want to be there, they can mark you as spam, which anyone can mark you as spam, but the people that add themselves they're not likely to do that. So this is why I do this, so they can just add themselves. Okay, so I'm going to finish doing this here. I'm sorry. Facebook doesn't like us doing. Click below to join. And I will literally remind them 5 times to join the group. But they'll be able to see it. Okay, so, oh my gosh. My Facebook has been so weird. Hold on one second. It's not letting me post this. I have a new computer. I wonder if that's why. Oh, there we go. Okay. And now I'm going to post it. Okay, so they'll see that and they'll be able to join. Sometimes, too, you can even type in the people's names that say they're going, even if you aren't friends, just because you have a mutual friend. Sometimes you can do that. But then usually, so obviously the party is not till tomorrow, sorry. So people just keep asking to join. And then I might even remind the hostess, like, hey, we had to move the party over. Everybody pretty much understands. I figured out what else I was going to say. If you have any questions about it, let me know. Like I said, we used to be, okay, so I added that to favorites, so she's right at the bottom here. Like I said, I have a ton over here. We used to be able to do everything in events, and it was awesome. And I hate that I have to do 2 different things, but like I said, you just can't add people to the group without their knowledge, or, like, I keep getting invited to these LuLaRoe parties. People keep adding me to these closed groups, which is, how I used to do unique parties. Like, I get it, but it's actually really annoying. And I don't want to be in those groups. Like, I'd rather have someone say, hey, if you plan on attending, join the group. So that's just what I do to try and stay out of Facebook jail. I'm not saying that you won't go to Facebook jail, because sometimes I think people don't realize, I don't think people know how to turn off the notifications or anything like that. So usually what I'll do at the beginning of the party, I'll let people know, hey, I'm going to post a lot, and I'm going to post really quickly. So if you want to stay in the group but just don't want the notifications, you can kind of tell them, or just make a picture. Tell them that they can unfollow the group, but they're not actually leaving the group. They can still shop and do everything. They just won't get those notifications. Or if they want, they can leave the group too. Just because they thought they wanted to come, maybe they changed their mind and they can leave. So, and they can also, I don't want them to just add people without others' knowledge, but, friends can come too. So I know it can be kind of confusing, but if you have any other questions about it, let me know. And if I think of something else, I'll let you know. I feel like I'm not giving you all the information, but it's been a long day. So, okay. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay. Bye.